Welcome back to Black Guys Reviews. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Joytoy 1/18 scale Freedom Militia number 2 action figure. This is a small packaging that it comes in. It's a black box. On the front with a nice artwork. On the top left of the camera, we have the Freedom Militia 02 Battle for the Stars logo on the top right. On the bottom left, we have the Joytoy logo, and in the bottom right, the scale, which is 1/18. Top of the box, Joytoy logo. Bottom of the box, Joytoy logo. On this side, product statement. Some choking hazards. Warning, this is not for children under age of 3. Recommended for at least ages 17 and up. So these are adult collectibles. Here on this side, we do have the product information, company information, UPC. Here on the back, we have the very nice artwork of the figure on the front, the back, and then the nice looking pose here. And the bottom is the information that's on the front. So with that being said, when you do get this, it'll be wrapped in plastic wrap. Remind plastic because it kind of causes glare for the lights. So let's take a look at the figure outside the packaging. So it looks like on a clamshell, the figure and all of its accessories. Figure does come in a product insert. We have the black with the Joytoy in white. On this side we have the Freedom Militia number 2 Battle for the Stars logo. We unfold this. It will give us an accessory statement and a look at all the accessories all laid in front of the character, and it will gear it up image also. This side we have precautions. I recommend you always read that, especially if you're new to the Joytoy line. And here is the breakdown on how to take your figure apart if you need to do that. Okay, here is the character outside the packaging. This is a no-name character, so you can create any name you would like with this character, or honestly don't think you have to have it as a free militia fighter. You can use him as a military figure, or terrorist, or special operations, whatever you want to. Not a big deal. Take a look at that head sculpt. It's definitely painted. It looks more like an Asian character. Basic face. Not too bad. Nothing fancy. We have the dark brown hair. His head sculpt's kind of wonky a little bit in my opinion. You see how the back here? It's kind of fat head. So it doesn't look natural to me. So that's one thing I don't like about this figure. Other than that, that's not too bad. His chest, let's take a look at his chest since we're so close up. We have a working carabiner. I'm so glad to see these. I do enjoy these on my military figures, as long as they can complement them. The weapons can complement those carabiners and be able to use them. Nice, a lot of paint and color here on his chest. On his some ammo pouches here. A big pouch on the front. So we have a radio, a pouch here. His plate carrier is probably underneath there. You might have noticed these straps here. He does have a working backpack. This is not a peg system backpack. These are actually straps here and here. One thing unique about these is they always find a way to tuck these away. That way they're not affecting the articulation, or be able to put your arms down. They do such a great job. These are very nice backpacks. Plus they're very well detailed, as you can see. Black straps. We have a hook here to put something in. Back of it with the connector pieces. We have another piece here to put a weapon in. Nice detail on the side. For this arm, we don't have anything on it. It's a green shirt. We have padded gloves. Same for this arm. Now, one of the things I noticed right out the box that I don't like is they have these pieces here, and you have it here. So now, we have 2 thigh pads here, and that's connected to his belt. That means you're going to lose a lot of articulation for the figure, especially because we're 1/18 scale guys. We like to put our stuff in vehicles, transport our troops, and those take away from the sitting positions. That's relatively irritating to me. But on this piece here, we have a gun holster for a pistol, a small green pouch. The thigh pad on this side has some other interesting paint and devices. Definitely very nice. We have knee pads, boots. It's really cool. So yeah, that's about my overall first impressions and review of this character. Aesthetically, the paint looks good. Now, one thing I also did notice was those black joints that really is an eyesore. Should be green. Just check the back of the those are not quite the same color of the pants, but that'll work for me. I'm not picky too much, but the totally different color is an eyesore, especially for premium figures. I think you should have a nice, well-rounded, painted and sculpted figure. Very nice detailing. So we'll look at that backpack. It's pretty good. Okay, we have the top of the head. Some more of the lower body. Then we have some boots. Just a thigh pad. Other thigh pad. Very cool. So, alright, so let's take a look at the articulation. So we have that extra thickness on his head here, plastic. So he can look down. He can look up, but he would get it better if this was properly sculpted. Side to sides, 360 all the way around. So I don't have to heat the figure at all on this one, so that's good. 360 rotation, a little stiffness, but nothing too much. Probably be a good idea to just warm him up a little bit, but in this case, he's okay for me. You can hear it sticking. 360 rotation at the elbows, and then we have bendable elbows about 90 degrees. The wrists are the new ball joint all the way around, up and down, side to side, as you can see here. And you get the ins and outs. Good to go. Chest articulation is there. Can't utilize that because of the vest, but you can get the side to side and the crunch forward and back. We have a rotation here at the waist, 360. I'm not going to go no further than that because I've been heating my figure and I got a lot of resistance. Now, to the legs. He has thigh rotation. You can see the cuts right there on both legs, and because they're kind of hindered because the thigh pads are tight around his thighs, and then that's connected to his belt, causing that unwanted lack of articulation. Here is that's about it for the splits. This way, sitting is not going to do well because of that piece. Nope. Now you always have the option of like taking this. You can take these thigh pads and belt off, but it's going to take away. I mean, you're going to lose a whole body aesthetic that looked at thigh pads, the place to put his pistol. I mean, you could cut those off if you wanted to, but I'm not really ready to hack $30 action figures. A lot of people do customs on them, but it's not for me. Okay. So we have the double jointed knees, which is fantastic. And then we have the feet down, up. You can get around 360 if you want to on the ankle, and you can get the side to sides a little bit. So it's pretty much a very nice figure. Not perfect. Yeah, I see some of the same mistakes they do in the past. They make mistakes, then they fix them, and then it goes for a while. You get good figures, and then they go back to the same mistakes. I think they're just worried about that Warhammer money right now, and when they're trying to throw out some extra stuff, and it's in a hurry. So it's a decent figure. Let's see here. Game to stand. Not too bad. Okay, first accessory is his hat. Yeah, he fell over. He was scared of his hat. Black bill, a black piece on the top. Kind of like a tannish color, some wash on it. Well, he probably fell over because he probably feels the same way I do. Most of the time I get these, the hat doesn't fit. But let's see what happens. Okay, that's not bad. I must say it's probably the best hat fit I've had on all my Joytoy figures. It does fit pretty good. Forward. I'll take that. Not bad. I do like the snipers have this backward hat look. There's a couple of things I like about the sniper look for my figures. I'll show you here in a minute. That looks pretty good. It probably could come down just to the top of the ears. Maybe if you heat it, you can smush it down, but not bad out the box. Okay, he has two alternate hands. They are both gripping hands. It's the same pattern in color palette as the ones he has on. Pretty good. Okay, he has a black pistol, maybe a 9mm Glock. This is standard modern looking pistol. He does have a trigger finger going here. See how well he holds it. So we can slide down in. And we got the, there we go. Well, let's see here. Yeah, he got it in there pretty good. Not bad. Not bad at all. See if we can get the full. Looks pretty decent. Okay. And then we can bring his arm back. If you want to get that pistol up in the air look. Okay, we'll leave his arm there and we'll take a look at his holster. And seems to fit pretty good. Let's test it. How well it stays in there. Yep, I can hold the entire figure on the tension of the pistol holster. So that's kind of good. Not bad. Looks good. So let's go ahead and get him to stand. And then now we'll get to his two weapons. First we'll get to this piece. It's a smaller assault rifle. Brown and black pretty much throughout. Nice sculpt. Pretty good. And let's see how well he holds this one. And let's see. Goes down in. I don't think you're going to get his finger in there because of the actual trigger in the actually, yeah, the trigger inside the trigger hole. You see it? See that? Yeah. So that's probably going to stop him from putting his finger in there. So, but you can get the look, I guess. Let's see here. Bring this down. My wrist is not functioning like I would like it to. Probably needs heated or something. So you can bring the weapon over. And if you have the right hands on, this one seems to be a little open to hold that piece. But you can, it looks like you could get both hands. Yeah, to hold that gun. Of course, you have to fine tune it. Get it deeper into his arm there. See if I can fix that. Well, I tried a little bit and it seems to keep popping out. I don't think the weapon's long enough. So, holding with two hands, you pretty much are going to get that. One that irritates me, sometimes I see these like this. I know that's not going to happen. They have to either force the figure or do some kind of trick photography on some of these figures, because we're definitely going to try that sniper rifle right now, because that's going to get into those two looks I just mentioned previously. But before we do that, we'll take a look at, he does get a bipod. And then his sniper rifle looks really cool. I like this sculpt. Obviously the bipod goes here. And normally I'd put that on Oh, it popped on really easy, so they did improve those. If you've watched my long time ago videos, they had issues with tolerances. So that goes right on. I wasn't going to put it on because I was going to put it back in packaging for now. Until I found a place for them in my collection, in my storage, in my figure room, basically. But see how well it stands. Oh, pretty good. So now, see that right there? That's one of the looks I like with my snipers, because I like when you can take the hat, get it close enough, and then the bill of the hat lays on top of the scope. I think like that, I kind of like that. That looks really good. But I think that's like more trick photography, I'm betting, because I don't think he has the articulation to get that kind of range. Let's see here. So we can get the guns in his hand. So raise it up. Try to set it back against his shoulder. To see what I'm saying? It's like it's trick photography or something. I mean, there's no room there. The butt is against his shoulder. That's it for the head to look forward or sideways. I mean, that's like that gun somehow laying all the way back, but even that elbow doesn't bend all the way back like that. So I'm calling that it's fake photographic. But you can, now if you went over to the inside, you have to do it like this. You might get close, but you have to be kind of turning the gun to an angle, not straight up, because that gets him down close. So that's pretty cool there. But you see from the front how that's kind of like an angle of your rifle. And then just shove that up in there. That's really the only way you could get that. But I mean, that's pretty good. Not bad. It's kind of just, I mean, how would you too accurate? It's like a gangster shooting a sniper rifle. And then I also like the look of his hat backwards. You know, so that looks very cool. Like he's a very confident sniper. Especially with the hat. If he had the boonie hat that laid across the scope, that's really cool. But that's about the best you're going to get, because you can see there's not much more room for that. So, but it's a really, really cool figure. I do like that sniper rifle. I think it looks fantastic. So one of the other things I really like about my figure is if I can get all the weapons on his person. Now on this guy, in case you could fold down your bipod. And on the bigger one, I think, it might be the same size. Now in real life it doesn't make any sense, but in this case, you never want to like secure your rifle to your backpack by the scope. But here, you can put it like that on the side. You can spin it around the back like this. It's not perfect, but that's probably the best way. I wouldn't want to have it all the way down here hanging down or too far up. Mid-center to make it look right. That doesn't look too bad. Now this one here, there's really no way to put him. You have a lower hanging rifle here with the muzzle, and you can't really do this. There's nothing really to grab that, so that's unfortunate. And also there's nothing for his carabiner here. You need some kind of little opening to hang your rifle on your carabiner. This does a functioning carabiner. but there's nothing utilized with it, so it's pointless. So, alright, so let's take a talk about my final thoughts on this guy. Okay, the negatives. The head. The back of the head, I should say. The carabiner is awesome to have. Nothing to use it with. That's bad. The backpack is fantastic. The weapons don't accommodate the backpack either, like the carabiner. This is okay, but you got to use it, kind of clip it on the scope, which kind of looks weird in a way. This one here is really not used for anything. Waist. Another waist here. These straps here on his legs, that little piece, that little stick, I can do without. It's not needed. It just takes away from a massive aesthetic look and playability. Pistol's fantastic there. Everything else is good. The joints need to be the color of either the elbows or the pants, the shirt or the pants. Period. Other than that, I have no problem with the figure. His face is kind of painted, a little just bland, but you know, not a big deal. I'm glad the hat fits pretty good. I wish I would go down this a little bit. Other than that, decent. I like the sculpt. I like the weapons. They don't accommodate the figure, obviously, but they look good. I like the sniper rifle. I like the sculpt of that. The pistol fits perfectly in his holster. That's fantastic. This is a cool looking design, but it's a little too small. Need to be a little bit longer. Aesthetically, it looks good. I like the green shirt. I'm a big fan of the green and camo, so I like my military figures. So, do I recommend it? Yes. Is it perfect? No. I don't highly recommend it, but I recommend it. $28 in China, 35 US dollars. If you're interested in buying this figure, I got mine from China. I got all three of them, and we'll be doing a review for the last one. I have the first one up for your viewing pleasure. The last one will be here in the next couple of days, hopefully. Very cool. Okay, that's about all I got for you guys on this one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Comment down below. Help us out here on the channel by doing all that great stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.